Hello everyone. Today we will going to start third chapter of class 8th Understanding Quadrilaterals. So start our chapter with the topic polygons. What is a polygon? A simple closed curve made up of only one line segment is called a polygon. Here some example of polygon are given. So basically two conditions are essential for making a closed curve a polygon. First one, that our curve should be closed, and second one, that our curve is made up of only line segment. Next topic is classification of polygons. We classify polygons according to the numbers of the side or vertices they have. So, three-sided closed figure is known as triangle, and the diagram of triangle is shown here. Four-sided closed figure is known as quadrilateral. So, all the rectangles, squares, kite are the example of quadrilaterals. Five-sided closed figure is known as pentagon. Similarly, six-sided closed figure is known as hexagon. Seven-sided closed figure is known as heptagon. Eight-sided closed figure is known as octagon. Nine-sided closed figure is known as nonagon, and 10-sided closed figure is known as decagon. And this process is going up to infinite side. Second topic is diagonals. So, what is a diagonal? A diagonal is a line segment connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. In order to understand this definition of diagonals, you should first understand the consecutive and non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. Here I draw a rectangle. First of all, you have to know about the consecutive and non-consecutive vertices. If you join two vertices that occur in a straight line, it is known as the consecutive vertices. If you join two vertices that occur in a single line, in a straight line, these vertices are known as the consecutive vertices. But if you join two vertices that are not occur in a straight line, not in a same side, so these vertices are known as the non-consecutive vertices. So according our definition, a diagonal is a line segment that connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. If we connect these vertices to its non-consecutive vertex and these vertices to its non-consecutive vertices, so we obtain two diagonals. So a quadrilateral has two diagonals. In the same manner, we can draw diagonals of pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, and all of the polygons. Take one more example of pentagon. Pentagon is five-sided closed figure, and we have to draw its diagonals. For drawing its diagonal, we should connect its non-consecutive vertices. Here, this vertex is its consecutive vertices, and this vertex is also its consecutive vertices. So we are not connecting these vertices to these two vertices. We connecting these vertices here and here. Similarly, for these vertices, these two are its consecutive vertices, and these two vertices are non-consecutive vertices. So we are going to connect these two vertices. Again, for these vertices, this and this, these two are the consecutive and these two vertices are non-consecutive. So connect them. Again, for this, this two vertices are consecutive and these two are non-consecutive, already connected. And here these two vertices are consecutive and these two are non-consecutive. It is already connected. Now count number of diagonals here. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our next topic is convex and concave polygon. So what are the convex and concave polygons? Polygons that are convex have no portion of their diagonal in their exterior, and for concave polygon, some portion of their diagonal in their exterior. Now move to our next topic, regular and irregular polygon. A regular polygon is both the equiangular and equilateral. What does mean by the equiangular and equilateral? Equiangular means if all the angle of our polygon are equal, then it is known as equiangular. Example, in a square, all the angle is 90 degrees, so it is an equiangular polygon. Similarly, equilateral means if the length of the all side of a polygon are equal, then it is known as an equilateral polygon. Examples are square, equilateral triangles. So if a polygon is both equiangular and equilateral, then it is called a regular polygon. And if it is not equiangular or equilateral, then it is called a irregular polygon. Angle sum property. You already learned about the angle sum property of a triangle. In the case of a triangle, the sum of a measure of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree, and this property is known as the angle sum property of for a triangle. But in 8th class, you learn about the angle sum property of the polygons. For this, here is a formula to calculate sum of its interior angle. And the formula is for angle sum property, side minus 2 multiplied by 180. Now let's see how this formula works. For example, you have to find the angle sum of a triangle. For a triangle, there are number of sides is 3, and we have to find its sum of interior angle. So apply our formula, sides minus 2 multiplied by 180. Number of sides in a triangle is 3 minus 2 multiplied by 180. 1 multiplied by 180, and our answer is 180 degree. It is true for a triangle. For a quadrilateral, there are 4 sides in a quadrilateral, so angle sum is sides minus 2 multiplied by 180. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides minus 2 multiplied by 180. 2 multiplied by 180, and our answer is 360 degree. So sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Similarly, we can find sum of interior angle of any polygon by this formula.